Hi and welcome to Publication Design Project Annual Report for Royal Botanical Garden. Royal Botanical Garden is one of the iconic garden which is located in Victoria. So I'll give you some more brief idea what exactly the Royal Botanical Garden, then we'll go through the project. So the Royal Botanical Garden is the one of the iconic garden which located in Victoria. There are two main branches in Victoria. One is in Melbourne, another one is in Cranbourne. It was founded in 1846. So this garden is mainly helping for the research programs, and it's protect the rare kind of plants, and it's help the studies of habitats. So in the annual report 2014 to 2018 summary, it's going to give brief knowledge of how much visitors they have come through, how many volunteers have worked through, and how much donations they got throughout the plants programs, and all sort of things you can see through this annual report. So I would like to make it something very interesting to keep them all have a look. So let me go through with it. Purpose of my publication is it was mainly for the financial exposure and funding search sources for the stakeholders and activities engaging with the funding and sharing plans for the future. Target audience are stakeholders like executive team, general public, scientists, employees, potential employees, tourists, and the investors are government, research partners, foundation trust, volunteers, as well as the donors who supports this garden. So purpose of my table of contents are mainly I'm focusing on thank you for the sponsors and volunteers, as well as I would like to give a brief knowledge of what exactly the Royal Botanical Garden, and also I will give you a brief review of what they achieved on 2014 to 2018 and a financial overview of uh, of the 2017 to 2018 year. So actually basically it's 45,000 pages. I would like to conclude in 6,000, so I try to minimize as much as I can, and I come up with this kind of table of content. So hopefully it works. So let me move through the mood board one. Actually I choose yellow, bright yellow with black and white, and two tones of yellows, because I've been for the Royal Botanical Garden several times, and it's when you look at the Australian plants, they're mostly most of them are very bright colors like yellow, red, and I certainly like the yellow tones. You can have a look. These ones are I took it in the Royal Botanical Gardens, and it's represent exactly Australian native flowers. So I would like to keep this palette and give some ideas what exactly the Royal Botanical Garden and to increase the visitors, as well as it will be the more cheer up color as you see. So that's the reason I choose yellow in my mood board, and as well as you can see some of my examples are here. So one is basically sketchings of the I have an idea about sketching the plants and putting through with it, similar to this one. And the other one is keeping it very minimalizing, keep more white space and stuff like that. So I'll go through with that a little bit later on. So the mood board 2 I have this is with a color palette of greens, so which is basically our plants, and yep, pretty much green plants. So the first concept I go through with is using a strong image, which is similar to these ones, and come up with some sort of uh, artwork, something like this, giving the financial reports, something like this, keeping them interesting to look through with it and keep them more interesting. And my concept second is like basically something like illustration, hand illustration, and scan them, putting them in the illustrator and go through again and use the strong colors like green or yellow and give them a very good impression and give them a more interesting view of the garden. So that's my thought. So I would like to highlight these two as my concept. So the next one is grid design. So basically this is the A4 size facing pages. So I would like to keep uh, at least 5 columns, and the gutter size is 4 millimeter. As you see, the margins will be top, all side will be 10 millimeter, and the rows I would like to keep it as 5, and the gutter for that is 4. So yeah, I can play around more and keep them more square, and I can give different kind of layout. So that's why I choose this kind of grid design, as well as I would choose the baselines is 12 point, as well as its top margins too. And the typeface I have chosen, so this part I really face really hard for me. I have gone through several typeface, and this is where I really spend most of my time. So I just wanted to make sure I choose the right fonts and keep the, so when it's come to royal, it has to be represent the royal word and something like that. So I really like American type writer as well as Dotto. So these two are more iconic typeface. I like it for the headings, and these ones I choose it for the quotations, and these ones are body types I have gone through. I tested various of fonts and I play around with them and come up with some plans. So this is my plan exactly I have in my mind. So the heading I would like to choose Detour, and the heading 2 I would like to choose Avenue. And yep, so I would like to play around with the width and all this, all sort of that, like how heavy I wanted to use, italic, light, or bold, something like that. Same thing with the my second category, which is American typewriter and chapter for pro. So which also I would like to play around with the styles and something like that. So which will give me of the more of representing the Royal Botanical Garden. So I play around, I come up with these few ideas of for my cover designs. As you can see, I play around, sorry, as you can see, these ones are, I have used the original image of the Royal Botanical Garden, which is located in Cranbourne. So yeah, I have played around in the Photoshop and come up with these different ideas, and this is completely the illustration style which I mentioned to you earlier. And this is another one I had play around with the illustrations with the what they use it in the logo and come up with this pattern, so which can I can apply throughout the documentation. That's why I use this one. This is another strong image based cover design, as you see. Sorry. So yeah, so these are the 4 cover design I so far go through with it. Probably I'll come end up with something different, I'm not sure, but I quite like these ones, which is simple and elegant, which is more more personality it's got it to represent the Royal Botanical Gardens. So yeah, and that's it. My reference list is there, And thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day. Thanks.